How's it going, everyone? Cody Bernard here with another YouTube video. Today's video, we are going to be looking at the Cisco IOS XE vulnerability, specifically CVE 2023-2019-8. So this vulnerability came out a few days ago. It is being actively exploited. I typically don't believe that term actively exploited for the most part because there's typically no proof that it is being exploited. However, Cisco has provided IOCs and how this particular vulnerability is exploited. So if you look right now on NVD or anything like that, you don't get any results as far as like what this particular vulnerability is. We just say on Monday, Cisco disclosed that an unauthenticated attacker can exploit the iOS XE 0-day to gain full admin privileges and take control over affected Cisco routers and switches remotely. The company cautioned admins to disable the vulnerable HTTP server feature on all internet-facing systems until a patch becomes available. Cisco detected the CVE 2023-2019-8 attacks in late September following reports of unusual behavior on a customer device received by Cisco's Technical Assistance Center. Evidence of the attacks dates back to September 18th, when the attackers were observed creating local user accounts named Cisco_tac_admin and Cisco_support. Moreover, the attackers deployed malicious implants using CVE 2021-1435 exploits and other unknown methods, enabling them to execute arbitrary commands at the system or iOS levels on compromised devices. So in September, Cisco cautioned to patch another zero-day vulnerability in iOS XE targeted by attackers in the wild. So there is a few things to capture here. There is no patch available for this particular vulnerability, at least at the time of making this video. My experiences in the past with patching switches and routers and stuff like that is pretty cumbersome because of the dependencies of systems that are underneath those, devices, because, one switch could potentially be routing information for, hundreds of devices underneath it. So patching is going to be a nightmare to try to do on networking devices. But outside of that, the current workaround is to disable the HTTP interface on these systems. They haven't said like which versions of Cisco IOS XE or anything like that. Like there isn't much information for us defenders to go off of. So what I'm suggesting is that if you just have Cisco IOS XE in your environment, just disable the HTTP interface. And even if you don't know that you have like Cisco IOS XE, if you just have like Cisco iOS, just in general, like it'd probably be a good idea to remove the HTTP interface, which I'll put links to how to do that down below. You could still remotely manage these systems through SSH. So I'm going to be showing you, like, you have this. Now I'm going to be showing you how to enumerate this particular issue on Shodan. So right here we have HTTP HTML hash search. And this hash, I believe, is an MMH3 hash. And we have 143,000 devices. So if you are curious how you can boil this down to your particular enterprise, there's 3 methods I can think of off the top of my head how you could do this. The first way is like a surefire way to actually enumerate that, and that is through your autonomous system number. So if your organization has an autonomous system number or numbers, what you could do is with this search right here, you could do ASN and then your autonomous system number at the end of that. So it'd be AS, and then you do like AS100, whatever your autonomous system is. If you have multiple, you can do a comma delimited. You could do AS and then the other ones. So you could go that route. The next route you could do is through org. So you could do org, and then you would type in your organization. So like for Amazon, you could do org Amazon or org whatever company. Now, do take this with a grain of salt. Shodan is going to be correlating different way, or I don't know how exactly Shodan does this. My understanding is that if you do like org company name, it's just correlating the autonomous system numbers together. So all of the ASNs that have Amazon in it, they are going to correlate that into that one search. Now, keep in mind is that other companies can use that like name in their autonomous system. So like, let's say you're a defender for like Google, or like, I don't know, Jim's Towing. I don't know. There's probably going to be like multiple Jim Towings out in the world. So you're more than likely going to run into issues where you're getting other results for other companies that you do not control. Now, the next method, again, it's like almost a sure shot that this would be related to you, is through the ssl.cert.subject.cn, and then you would just put in a domain name. So in this case, I don't think we're going to get many results, but we could do a facet search real quick. So we'll click on view report, and we could see just kind of what everything looks like. So we'll click on more on any of these, just see what we got. So we have org. Now, a lot of these are going to be internet service providers. So again, like just because it's like not showing up an org company name doesn't mean you don't have assets online. It just means that it is hidden under your internet service provider. So if your company is using like Comcast, it's not going to show up as your company name as an org. It's going to show up as Comcast or whatever your ISP is. So you could do net. So if you did like net, and then you put in your, IP range. So like if you owned 9/8 or whatever, 9/8, it would show you like all of the, impacted hosts for that range. Or if you did like, I don't know, 189/8, you would get results if they were in that range. So yeah, like I said, there is no patch for this available at the moment. So I would keep your eye on those patches and have a plan in place to publish those patches, and know that there's probably going to be reboots associated with it, and the cascading effect of having a switch reboot. But yeah, I would say your best bet is Shodan. Honestly, the best way at this point is autonomous system or like an IP range to enumerate any sort of internet facing stuff you have. Because it doesn't appear that we're getting any good results with these SSL cert subject CN. So anyways, that is it for this video. If y'all enjoy content like this, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button with the bell notification enabled to get notified anytime I post a new video. If you guys are interested in more vulnerability breakdowns like this, please leave a comment down below, because this is what I do for a living, and there's going to be like an endless supply of videos I can make. So anyways, that is it for this video. Y'all take care. Goodbye.